We are going right about now. Right on time.
28 minutes on time.
That's right. We're just the attractive spouse that makes you wait, basically, for it. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and at tabletop role-playing aficionado. Gabe White, welcome to the channel. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined, as always, by my wonderful friends. Chris, playing Valravn, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence.
Hello.
Heather, playing Fray, the Halfling Barbarian of the Bees. He needs coffee. Rochelle and Reese will not be joining us this evening. Raymond, playing Edmund, the Human Alchemist Artificer, is mostly here. Wave to the people, Ray, so I don't... Okay. Is there movement? Okay, there's movement. All right.
Yeah, he
is literally putting 2 children to bed right now, so... We stream our sessions live on YouTube. He's multi-classed into late night parenting.
That's right.
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday. Watch all of our streamed sessions here on YouTube. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind the scenes No Players Allowed live series crafting Icewind every Monday and Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion Frostmaiden chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link into the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Patrons get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, and participate in monthly DM roundtables and private Patreon D&D games. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art done by Jimmy McClure. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. After picking up some mysterious frozen fruit in the kitchen, the Marshals descended the 100-foot icy staircase into the bottom level of Grimskalle, emerging into a cavernous ice rink. The area was strewn with the recently slain bodies of Aurilites, and in the middle, Valish Gaunt and Ness Lantimir, the latter still inhabiting the body of Valin. After scouting ahead and deliberating on their best course of action, the party emerged ready for a fight, but these two had other plans. They appealed to the universal rule of enemy of my enemy is my friend. In this case, the enemy was the Frostmaiden, blanketing Icewind Dale in eternal night. By retrieving a holy artifact here in the temple, they could end the catastrophe that plagued the region. Of course, they also weren't shy about their true motives, using the book to get into the glacier and uncover the lost Netherese city buried within. If Auril went to such lengths to keep it hidden, surely there is much to be gained from plundering it. After more careful deliberation, the party ultimately agreed to help retrieve the artifact on one condition. Nass agreed to return the body of their friend, inhabited a not-so-dead frost druid nearby, and leaving Valin unconscious. Opening the vault to get the artifact meant tackling 4 separate tests. Nass's spell kept the Frostmaiden from seeing them, but they knew time was against them, so the party split into 4 different directions. Thimbleweed went first, choosing the test of isolation, and was teleported into a maddening amaze-like caverns. He was able to find his way out and maintain his sanity. Next came the test of preservation. Valravn and Celeste were dropped into a small campsite with what appeared to be their fellow party members. However, everyone was starving and reeked of murderous intent. Free-for-all exploded as spells, blades, and tigers whipped out in an attempt to be the last marshal standing. Many of the party were already injured. The shadowy copy of Edmund was the first to fall, then Celeste. Valravn quickly turned invisible while Fray and Thimbleweed killed each other, emerging wounded but victorious. 2 tests still remain.
Well, Robin has to look at what he has left after that.
Yeah.
Right.
That was quite draining. For our next test purpose, why don't we start with Edmund doing, because I'm flavoring these as all going on simultaneously, so you guys can reconvene after all your separate paths are concluded.
Right. Okay.
Edmund, you enter the touch the door that's labeled Test of Cruelty. Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision returns... Oops, let me change our cameras. Hang on.
I'm here to ruin your camera setup.
Yeah. I think this will work as soon as you flip your camera on. When your vision returns, you're sitting in the chieftain's tent of a ragged nomad camp. Glancing outside, you see your fellow tribesmen and women of the Wolf Clan. You're all weak and nearly delirious from hunger. Tribe has long since run out of food, and you've already butchered every pack animal and dog. Your chieftain has marched several of the tribe's elderly into his tent on the pretenses of a meeting, but he turns to you with a grim expression. Without food, we'll have to make our own. The weak will provide. The strong shall survive, as is our way. Kill them. And he gestures to the wide-eyed elders as he throws a knife at your feet. Not as soon as the camera's around.
Edmund picks it up and kills them.
No hesitation.
There's no one around to judge him. He's just
there's
full
really
Edmund.
not, yeah.
He can go full Edmund.
I mean, did we really expect anything less? Let's be honest here.
Yeah. Yep.
So there are...
Go ahead. My personality trait says, I face problems head on. A simple, direct solution is the best path to success.
That is a simple solution.
That's the face of a DM who forgot to read personality traits.
No, that's great. I like it. Yeah. Okay, so you pick up this knife and just immediately, without even hesitation, just approach these elderly tribes folks and just murder the shit out of them.
And I will, before stabbing each one, I say, for the tribe and the people. And then plunge the knife into each one of them.
Damn, I like it. All right.
Are the rest of them watching as you go one by one? Is this like a
it's pretty horrifying. Yeah, they definitely try and they're this is not consensual murder on their end.
Right.
He'll say something different to each one, like, I hope you understand this is for the young. And the next one is like, we will feast upon your flesh and never forget the sacrifice you have made for us.
Your current setup, it looks like we're interviewing you and you want to keep yourself anonymous, like one of those backlight things.
You're talking about killing the elderly?
And then you gotta garble my...
Crimes?
I got
garble my voice.
Yep, your garbled voice coming through. All right.
That's even worse.
Well, that was the most successful test we've had yet, I'd say. You go through and just start stabbing them before they have a chance to react too quickly and give your little quiet one-liners. And as soon as that happens, the chieftain just kind of nods, at first like stunned by just how quickly you did this without any kind of argument, and then just kind of nods curtly once, and then you can see kind of the blade fall from your hand and the vision swirls and you reappear outside of the room, and you've got a perfect crystal snowflake in your hand. And I will also give you a point of inspiration for just straight up embracing that shit.
Doing it. Oh, I didn't know this
I was
one.
like,
I mean, so far we've picked the right people. You guys have nailed those. Speaking of, Fray.
Yeah, that's me.
As you approach your door and you place a hand on it, it glows for the test of endurance. And your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. And when your vision returns, you very quickly realize you are falling.
Oh, shit.
You are falling, and within half a second, you slam into freezing water. It is dark, it is cold, and you look around and just see endless sea all around you.
Goodness, I have a swimming speed.
I think you have to change that, don't you, when you rest? Because you usually have climbing on.
You did not ask.
While you're in the water, I will need a Constitution save from you because the water Picture Titanic level, where it is just freezing cold. Not very habitable.
I do have a ring of warmth on. So.
That's
a little
true.
bit of-
I will give you advantage.
Sweet. Thank God.
Whoa! We are showing off with the double
Oh, damn!
20s, the double nat 20s. Put it on the board. Only counts for one, but I'll put it on the
that doesn't count for
board.
two, right? Like, it's,
Yeah, now see, if only you didn't have advantage. I kind of fucked you right there, because you could have done it.
yeah, next one's going to be a 20.
Next one's going to be a 20.
I don't know if Roll20 actually works that way or not. I don't think it's
Do
stores,
odds work like
roll,
that?
Yeah.
All right. Time goes by. You're not sure how much time. You can sit there and tread water. You can attempt to swim. You don't see anything around you but just endless ocean.
Feels about right. That feels, yeah. Everyone's getting a peek into Fray's soul.
As time passes, give me another con save. Just the bitter cold sinking into you still.
Oh, that's good. Why am I rolling the same number twice?
That is weird.
That is weird. That is weird.
That's really weird. Like, that shouldn't have happened.
The odds
Four
are
rolls.
crazy for that. That is...
If I need to, I can use a special dice.
You are not able to access your special dice at the moment.
What? I did not agree to this.
You gain a point of exhaustion. A level of exhaustion, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Give me another con save, please, as time continues to pass, and you feel extremities getting very cold and uncomfortable.
Well, these are ability checks now, aren't they?
These are no, these are just
Oh,
saves. I don't
okay.
think. Yeah, I don't think exhaustion actually
Alright.
affects you yet.
Yeah. It's only getting worse.
Fray, you gain another level of exhaustion.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Just out of curiosity, just roll 3 more.
No, wait a minute.
I'm just not sure the Roll20 is not broke.
It's
Yeah,
just
that's
fucking with
why I
it.
was asking.
The
Like,
odds of this
putting
are
the same number twice.
astronomical.
The odds are pretty insane. I agree. She rolled a 20
Like-
and a 20, a 4 and a 4, and a 3 and a 3.
And a 3. There's absolutely no way. Statistically, there is
Just
very
do
little way.
Just do 3 more in rapid succession.
No, we're not doing 3 more. All right, hang on. I'm counting all these.
Okay, fine. I just want to make sure.
All right.
We're not doing
This one is a success.
Yeah.
So right now you have 2 levels of exhaustion. All right, Fray. 1 more.
16. Come on, that's got to be good enough.
It is barely.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, after hours and hours spent treading water in this endless expanse of sea, and things are getting just bitter cold, you see like a single rope descend from the sky that you can, and as soon as you touch the rope and pull yourself out of the water, you feel that flurry, snow and ice kind of appear all around you, and when you next open your eyes, you are back in the room, still sopping wet and freezing uncomfortable, and with 2 levels of exhaustion, but holding in your hand is a crystal snowflake.
That feels about right.
Yeah.
Hope we don't have to get anywhere fast, because I'm not going anywhere fast.
Yeah, what is it like having 2? I don't know if that's ever happened before.
It's
Is that the
disadvantage
halves of
on
speed?
ability checks, and speed is halved.
Boy.
I can make it this far and then wait.
Yeah, so at this point, all of you have basically completed this at the same time, and yeah, generally you can kind of re-emerge from your various testing rooms. Get back in the middle, and
We're all
both-
kind of coming out simultaneously.
yeah,
like,
I would say
just-
so.
okay.
Both gods.
Edmund comes out saying, "Man, I can almost feel the blood on my hands."
None of you know what each of you have experienced. Except for Celeste, technically did it with Valravn, so.
Yeah, Celeste and Valravn will not look each other in the eye right now. They just come out like.
Fray comes out very haggard looking.
Yeah, Fray looks a little bit more
Yeah.
haggard, and then Valravn and Celeste look a lot more injured. Celeste literally looks like she just came back from the dead.
That's right, I killed her.
Normally, I would be quite curious, but I certainly don't want to talk about my experiences, so I assume none of you do either.
Wonder how Thimbleweed feels thinking that Valravn disappeared.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Like he gone
That's-
missing. Yeah. Something weird happened.
Yep. Let us just agree to never speak of this again and move on.
Like most of the events we have. They look pretty apprehensive at all of you, and Gon says, "So, is it done? Finished?"
If you mean, do we have 4 snowflakes? Yes, it's finished. Not entirely sure what that means at this point.
Snowflakes. All right. That sounds good. The vault door to the south. Sealed with 4 indentations of snowflakes.
Make it this far, then rest again.
Okay, where is this, to the south?
Yeah, that's what he points
Okay.
to.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier, yeah, so the rooms, the 4 doors you went into were all the tests. The stairs you came down in. The north area had something to do with the frost giants that the 2 of them didn't fuck with. And then the where they believe this relic is stored is in this vault door to the south, which required the tests to be completed.
Does anyone want to mess with that giant room before we continue on, or are we just ready to move on?
Are you talking about the room with the dead giant, or which giant room are you talking about?
There's a room to the north that has something to do with giants, but we're not sure what's in
You
there.
have not been up
if
there
anything.
yet.
Can we ask Gaunt? What about up there?
Yeah, he says, yes, something to do with frost giants that were here last. I don't know exactly. We didn't go up there.
I mean, I'm not opposed to going
But,
up there.
Draw too much attention. They appear pretty antsy, but you guys are holding all the cards.
Check it out for a minute. It can't hurt, right?
Ooh,
Bought ourselves some time by
add
doing all
that to
4
his
rooms at once.
tombstone.
In front of Gaunt, keeping perfect eye contact with him, she'll just put hers right in her bag and shut the bag.
Okay. Yeah, they glare at
like
you and
this
say,
guy.
"You don't have much time."
That sounds like a you problem and not a me problem.
It's gonna become an all of us problem if we all get caught here. Think the goddess of winter is gonna care?
Oh, I think she'll find it very entertaining when we tell her that you're here to steal her shit. And we just happened to come upon you.
Yes, just happened to come upon us.
Mm-hmm. Who
We're
do you
on her
think she'll
side.
believe? The people she's interacted with or you? Who killed all her people?
I mean, we killed a good number of people.
Shut up, Robin.
So many people.
Our hands are not clean. The northern passageway leads to an anvil-shaped room with a door set in the far wall. Flanking the door are 2 stone statues carved to resemble frost giants holding great axes. The door is inscribed with dwarvish lettering that reads, "In ice and blood our folk are born. To our great queen we raise our horn. We'll fight and plunder in the morn. To Vasaviken we are sworn."
We know what Vasavikin is?
You have heard this name, the Frost Giant that Fray dueled earlier. Kept saying that name and referring to her as the either queen or chiefess or essentially the leader of this clan of Frost Giants.
Okay. And what's on the
They're
other side?
doors?
Statues?
2 big statues, yeah, which actually put on this map. Apologize.
And are they... Can we, like, investigate those? Take a look at those?
Yeah.
You want an investigation check?
That sounds appropriate.
I don't have advantage.
But you rolled a nat
That's
20
alright.
anyway.
I'll
Look at
just roll a
these.
20.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Get these out of the way.
Yep.
You recognize... No, you don't recognize anything about these. They don't seem to have any traps or mechanisms or anything that you can tell. They're just well-carved statues that look like, pretty good likeness of Frost Giants. You didn't know Frost Giants had such artistry. But clearly they would signify something important if they would carve these statues guarding this door.
Right.
You don't think this would be like a kitchen or a simple bedroom or something?
Someone want to try
Maybe we
opening
should
that
make-
door?
Maybe we should make Thimbleweed detect magic.
Do I not still have that on? I don't remember the last time I did that.
I mean, you went through a whole PvP arena fight, so I don't...
That's true. Yeah.
Probably didn't have it on during that.
Yeah, it is a... No, it's not. It's a... Or is it?
It's one of those
Oh,
things
yeah,
you can if you spend 10 minutes, you can be casting
That's true.
it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I could just do it as a ritual, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you flip that on, your detect magic starts going haywire from behind you. Well, I don't know if you actually are in range of that, but from
30 feet is...
what's her name? NASA's huge or no, you're right. Okay, wow, 30 feet. You're right. That's not very far.
Yeah,
Okay,
30
you don't detect anything then. Yeah, you don't detect anything about these statues or the door, any kind of magic involved in that.
All right. Whoever has the highest hit points, would you like to open the door?
Still
that's
Fray.
me.
Yep.
Yeah. The door
So
with an anvil on it, right? That's what you said?
No, it's an anvil-shaped room. Sorry, the door.
Oh,
the
anvil-shaped
door looks
room.
relatively
Okay.
normal.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Before touching the door, Frey would like to kind of just get somewhat close to it and then take a knee and say like a made-up prayer to the giant queen lady.
Just for
Just
good
that
measure, yeah.
Yeah. She's also got her axe. Breathing heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Then wait and see if anything happens. If nothing happens, then she'll go and put a hand on the door.
Okay. Yeah, nothing seems to happen. Your prayers are not answered.
And she says it all in like the giant language, the old language.
Okay. I'll give you a point of inspiration for it. I kind of like that.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's a cool thing to do, but nothing
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually accomplish anything, but it,
But I,
It looks
I,
cool with all the rest
I
of it.
At
enjoyed
this
it.
point, it doesn't hurt.
It does not hurt, no. Okay, are you opening the door?
Yeah.
All right, another chamber and another door lie beyond this one with another door. I just mentioned that in the back. However, instead of frost giant statues guarding this door, there are a pair of frost giant skeletons stoically guarding the door. Each skeleton wields a ship's anchor attached to a chain, and they stare at you with malevolent, glowing eyes. I need some initiative. Also have a cool
Oh.
picture for this one.
ooh,
Ooh.
like grappling hook anchors. That's neat.
Yeah.
We walked into a tomb. Of course we did.
The tomb.
Who's running what?
Yeah,
I can
thank
run
you.
one of I can run one of them.
Okay, I think. Do you still have Celeste control?
Yes, I do. I
All
don't
right.
believe I have Thimbleweed.
Who
Oh,
wants a thimbleweed?
Yeah, give me Thimbleweed. I'll do it.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed they changed Roll20. Now the character sheet is the first tab. Bioinfo is the second tab.
Oh yeah.
That's
okay,
only a
yeah.
big change the last like 7 years we've been playing.
What a change. You move the tabs around.
Right. I
Aha, there you go.
think you should have.
Yeah, it just loaded. Hang on. Oh, this will be fun. What can Reese's character do?
Mm-hmm.
Point
He can
and
shoot real good,
shoot.
if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen.
All right, and I am not including your people back in the ice rink fight. They're just patiently like still channeling the spell and waiting for you all to return and open the vault.
Yeah.
How do you keep getting top of the initiative? You freaking disadvantaged bard. It's crazy.
That's real weird.
Rolling pretty solid on the initiative rolls, yeah.
I don't want to go
Wait,
that early.
it changed my initiative roll. My initiative roll was a 16.14, and it changed it to 7.2 when I rolled it for.
Oh, you didn't
Thimbleweed.
have Thimbleweed's token selected. So
That's all right. Yeah, my
yeah.
bad. So yeah, mine should be 16.14, and I'll re-roll Reese's.
It should be a 7 point. Okay.
Yeah, I can't actually select his. Let me see.
Let me
There it goes.
let-
There. Hang on, I think I got it now.
I can put it back on the map if I need to.
Thimbleweed. There we go. And then change his to 7.2.
Okay.
And change mine to 16.14.
2. Try this again.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, so Valravn still number 1 on the initiative.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
What is happening? Are the skeletons alive?
apparently.
I mean, alive is a tricky term when you're dealing with undead, but yes, they are animated and they're looking at you. If you can tell by the picture, they are not looking like they are good conversationalists, but definitely want to keep anybody away from this tomb.
Okay, Valravn will start by
Oh, that's a
pulling
good point.
out-
Do you have...
Hmm.
You might have disadvantage on the... Oh, I think it already did it, actually.
For me?
Or did it? Disadvantage on initiative rolls, yeah.
No, it just says speed have and disadvantage on ability checks. For me.
If you look at your...
Yeah, I have
Roll,
natural
it actually-
advantage on initiative.
Oh, you have advantage. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Just
why I
tested it
got
out.
the 16.14 instead of the 10.14.
Your advantage couldn't beat Valravn's disadvantage, just because the dice worked out.
The dice are not my favorite tonight.
They were just weird. They just acted weird. They're giving you doubles 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love for someone in chat to tell me what the statistical probability of that
Reese should
would
be able to
be.
figure that out for us.
Yeah.
What the
Rolling
actual
doubles 3
prob-
times in a row on 2 dice. Yeah.
It's got to be high. All right, Valravn will step up, and he will pull out.
Tissue.
Tissue.
the sneezing. He will pull out a gem of brightness.
Ah.
And he is going to use the second command word to fire a beam of light at this western skeleton here.
That's a good
To see
play.
if we can blind him.
On save. It looks like it
Oh,
just barely
wow.
makes it.
Shoot.
Its eyes get real. Its eye pinprick white globe things get real
Yeah.
tiny, but then flare back up again.
Okay.
It's a good one though.
I should have used my bardic inspiration on that.
I was
didn't
thinking,
even
I was like,
think
yeah,
about it.
unsettling would be
Yeah.
screw this one over.
But instead, I will use my bardic inspiration on Fray. And as he's walking up and pulling up the gem, he says, "The beam of light shone at the halfling's target, and she charged full force, her axe gleaming in the light." And she will get a bardic inspiration.
Frey is Chad is arguing that you have exhaustion gives you disadvantage on initiative checks. I guess I forgot that's
Well,
actually
that's
an
why we were
ability
saying-
check. So if you have advantage, you would just cancel it out.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
what it looked like. It looked like it was just a normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the roll.
Yeah, she's got a barbarian thing, gives her advantage. All right, you got to do Celeste next.
All right. Well, Celeste is gonna, even though she got 12 hit points.
Yeah, she
5,
sure does.
10, 15, 20.
And I don't know how many key points. We used quite a bit in that fight.
Yeah, she's got 5 left, but she can just run in and run out here. So
That's
she's
true.
gonna run in. Start mopping up this gentleman giant here.
The skeleton's not wearing a whole lot of armor, but a 13's not quite gonna get through
Okay.
its frozen bones.
All right. Another mop.
22 is a little bit better.
22 out of for 7.
Yeah. That actually bludgeoning cracks through their bones pretty well too.
Nice. All right. Well, then she's gonna kapow him with a fist.
Ow.
Or is just regular unarmed? Can she choose to do this? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, she's got radiant listed under her unarmed, but she could just choose to punch them with her fist, not her
I assume
radiant.
so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna do that.
It rarely comes up that that's the better option, but this would be one of the
Right.
cases, I think.
Or 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then she will use a key point to get one more unarmed strike.
That will hit 15.
All right, for 7 more bludgeoning. She like aims for specific bones, trying to just snap them.
Yeah, no, it's pretty effective. You hear crunch, crunch, crunch as she's able to apply some pressure.
All right, and then because she's a bloodied mess, she's gonna run back out of the room.
Yeah. All right, Frey.
That's me.
One looks pretty heavily injured after that.
Which one is number 1?
The one on the oh yeah, their things are cut off. The one on the
Yeah.
left. They tend to number left to right,
Okay.
top to bottom.
Western style, you mean?
Yes.
All right. Go with that one. I am not gonna rage, but I will recklessly attack.
$31 will certainly hit.
Wow.
Lord.
Better.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Hit just about everything, I think.
Let me make sure the rage one is turned off. It is. All right. Really crappy damage though.
You roll the 1.
Yeah.
That's the lowest you can roll.
Yeah. And we'll just do it again.
$25 still hitting. And roll no. Oh, is she? You have a. I don't think exhaustion affects your attack rolls yet, though, right?
No,
No.
no,
okay.
it's only ability checks, and my speed
And
is
speed
halved.
is halved. Yeah. I think it's the 3rd level that it starts getting real fucking bad.
I'll check. Let's see. What happens if I hit number 3?
I think it's attack roll.
Yeah, on 3, it's disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, but I'm only
Oh.
on 2.
That's real
Three
fucking
is where
bad.
it's
3 is
like
real fucking
Limped
bad.
arms, like I
Yeah.
can't do jack shit. Yeah.
That's bad news bears. All right, that one looks very heavily injured. This one is going first. And it steps up, and seeing the other one is dealing with Fray, it attempts to whip out its anchor chain at you, Valravn.
Oh no, not me. I didn't realize I was so close to the door.
Anchor chain. Oh, 13's not a good hit.
13's not gonna hit though.
It tries once more.
23, sure gonna hit.
23. All right. For 29 bludgeoning damage.
I should have. Oh, okay.
And
no.
it actually wraps around you like a grappling hook or a whip or something.
Oh, wait.
And you become grappled and restrained. And until that ends, you would take 3d12 bludgeoning damage at the start of each of your turns.
Oh, no.
Skeleton can only grapple one target at a time.
At the start of each of my turn or its turn?
It should be its turns.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So essentially, it's doing its attack like automatically on you, as it
okay.
gives you the
Good,
squeeze.
good. I was like, is this gonna kill me at the beginning of my turn?
No. So, but you are currently grappled and restrained by this giant chain that's wrapped around you.
I'm wrapped in chains.
Chains. All right, and then the other one, Fray is gonna do the same thing basically, but it has advantage thanks to your reckless attack.
Yep.
Thank you for the advantage. Take 26.
Yeah, that hits.
For 20 bludgeoning, and you are also grappled and restrained. And because it can only grapple one target at a time, that's the only attack it gets, but currently within the chains. You've joined the chain gang now.
Oh, do we have to make this save at the end of our turn to become ungrappled, or is it at the beginning
It's
of our turn?
it's an action. You have to choose to do it as an action to try to free yourself with a strength check with a DC 13. Otherwise, you can just accept being restrained and continue doing whatever you want to do.
Okay. I just can't move.
You can't move, and I believe restrained means...
that one actually does things, right?
That one actually does things. I know others have advantage. I don't know if it gives you disadvantage or not. I can't remember. I'll check on that while it is Thimbleweed's turn. And others can also do that check to you to help free you as well. Restrained means you have disadvantage on attack rolls, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Yikes.
That one is a
Well,
bad...
I mean, the second part
The
is...
second part's already true.
Yeah.
That's
and
true.
if I reckless attack, it's a straight roll. So
That's
fine.
very true. You're restrained in here with me.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, what would you like Thimbleweed to do?
Oh yes, that's right. I am now also Thimbleweed. Thimbleweed will come up. I take it. Which one is his bow? Vigilance?
No, Vigilance is a sword. I think he actually deattuned from Hailstorms. I think he just used a regular short bow.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what I
right.
thought. Okay. So.
He's too scared of the AoE effects.
Yeah.
Right?
And the fact that they're
Yeah.
a bunch of cold monsters.
So he'll come up. Let's see. He gets 2 attacks, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Just making sure. All right. So yeah, he'll just shoot his bow twice at number 1. Because yeah, why not? 19 will hit. Probably.
Sure will.
10 piercing.
Okay.
We're just gonna go straight things because I don't know.
Yeah,
any
it's getting pretty damaged. Like those. Wouldn't think an arrow would do much damage to a skeleton, but
10 more
it's
piercing.
still effective. All right. Just knocking off chunks of frozen bone.
And then he'll come back here.
Number 1 looks really fucked up, like real bad. How
There
dare
we go.
you all concentrate damage on one of them? That's not part of the plan. Edmund,
You ready? You ready for something cool?
I am sitting down.
Always.
Always.
Edmund's arm turns into a beam cannon,
Oh,
and it starts charging as his bear runs forward. And then Edmund, having his own movement, flies up with his winged boots right here and takes aim. He's up in the air.
That's pretty cool.
That is
It's
pretty
like
cool.
a Mega Man animation or something. He like
Yeah.
the dog, and he hops off with the.
It's
Hops
all
off with his charging beam cannon, and he aims towards the heads of both monsters.
wow.
And then I am at the end.
You are at the
So it
end.
goes-
How do you keep doing that? I kept thinking this was going to be a tricky situation, but he's like, no, I'll just always go at the end of the turn, and then my cannon just goes off immediately.
Right, I don't have to worry about anybody moving away.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm in the air, so I miss Fray,
Yes.
aiming for the heads of these two giants.
That's true. They are so big that you can absolutely nail them. It's only a 5-foot wide blast. You can aim for their heads. I like it. It's cool.
Did you get my copy and paste?
Yes, I did. Thank you. All right, deck
Okay.
saves. Let's use my group save. What is the DC for it?
Is my spell saving right?
Yes.
What is that? 16, I believe. Yeah, 16 in my spell save DC.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll that damage for me.
Nice.
Wow, that's,
More than average.
That seems pretty good. Yeah, 30. It's a half. Let's say. All right.
Oh,
All right,
Wow.
we run the gamut from one magically dancing out of the way, like just ducks its head at the wrong moment, basically, like it's just not even paying attention to you. The other one takes it full in the face, though. Let's see which one.
which one? Which one saved? Number one.
Yeah, that actually worked out really well for you because number one, even though it made the save, it still dies, and number two took the full brunt of the damage. Yeah, it just gets blasted, which frees Fray at the same time.
Excellent.
Yeah, you just the chain anchor falls to the ground and you can wiggle out of it. The other one just took a full 30 lightning damage in the face. That was pretty awesome.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Yep. We are back up at the top with Valravn.
All right. Let's see. Raven's still got. Okay. Raven's gonna use his Fey touched Misty Step, which is not a spell slot. It's just his one of his. I think it's his feet one. And he is going to. You know, which I'm gonna click that. It actually
Stupid
does.
Wriggly Bard. Can't ever restrain him.
That's right. Always escape. He's gonna back up a little bit.
It's almost too bad 'cause I remember the mechanical benefit you got from your secret, I think gave you advantage to like escape from.
Oh, that's true.
Didn't
Well,
it? And-
that-
but
I
you-
think it was a humanoid specifically, but it did. I think it did, or maybe
Bro,
not.
Is it?
I've got it
Don't
written
you have the
down.
one that you can escape from stuff, or maybe that's somebody else I'm thinking of?
No, you're right. It does. Advantage on checks and saves to avoid being grappled, restrained,
Yeah.
or paralyzed.
Yeah, but you had Misty Step from such a low level. I don't think it ever came up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, thank goodness I've got advantage on this thing.
Right.
You're just like,
I
fuck
should
it, I'm
remember
using Misty
that though.
Step.
Like, there's been. I don't know if there's been paralyzed, but I feel like there's been other restrained saves that I maybe have forgotten that I
Yeah.
had that on.
I feel like you Misty Step out of every
Yeah, I
situation.
do
So
step out of it. Yeah.
it's one of the best.
Yep. And then as my action, he's gonna try again. He is going to produce the same gem and hold it out. By the way, you gave me way too many charges on that gem.
Did I?
Like each time I do this, it takes one. And I think you gave me 50 in the beginning. I'm down to 30 right now.
I think it comes with that many. I mean, I didn't change
Does
anything.
it? Oh, really? Just naturally? That's
Yeah.
a lot. Like I've used it a bunch, and I haven't even
Been
gotten
ticking
halfway
away.
through it yet.
Well, it has I think the AOE is what uses a lot of charges,
Yeah,
right?
it's like five
Okay.
per. So I've used that like twice.
I guess I could have played around with that, but I think, yeah, it just says that it has 50 charges. That's just part of the baseline
Okay. Yeah.
item.
It's just a long-lasting item. It's
Yeah,
nice.
it's a unique one because usually you don't have a finite item with that many uses.
Right.
It's almost
Yeah,
like
usually
why
it's
make
more
it
finite.
why make it finite at that point? Like it's just
Yeah.
tedious to keep track of. I appreciate you keeping track of it. All right, con save. Oh, rats.
Negative. He is blinded by the light.
Is blinded by the light. That's a bad one. That's a bummer. Alright, Celeste. So if he's blinded, I think you got advantage. Yep. Basically the same as being restrained, except you can still move.
Mm. Celeste is all you, Chris.
Oh yeah, I guess I should. Sorry,
I
Chris
I
as Celeste.
totally forgot.
Yeah, I forget.
Totally forgot.
I'm just calling out the player without. Yeah.
All right. So let's gonna do the same thing. She's gonna run in, slide under the bear, come in for some hits here.
I think it's more dramatic
actually,
to jump over the bear. I don't think it'd be sliding under a bear. That just seems
for
uncomfortable
her size, it's
and
probably
painful.
not right.
Yeah, no, she's probably leaping.
Yeah.
She uses her mop to pole vault.
Yeah,
That's
there
right,
you go.
there you go.
See,
I like
he
that.
knows. Yeah.
She had advantage. 'cause
Okay,
of the
got yeah. 18 will hit.
For 11 bludgeoning.
This is literally doing double damage, by the way. Like it's
I
devastating.
know.
Yeah.
Anytime you say vulnerable or
Yeah, it doesn't come up too often, but
double.
skeletons are vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Yeah. Another one.
It's the mop's time to shine.
That's right.
2 will hit.
For 7.
Okay.
And then she's gonna punch it.
Punch it.
Punch it real good.
Yep.
For 10 bludgeoning.
Alright, it looks like it is almost pulverized after that.
Alright. And
Double
then she's going
damage.
to pole vault back over the polar bear. And back to safety.
Alright, Fray.
Coming in.
Coming in.
Wacky.
You don't have to recklessly attack this time. Just have
No,
fun.
I don't.
It is blinded.
Wait. Ah, so close.
My goodness. Yeah,
Mhm.
teasing with these 18s and 19s. Alright, Fray, you bring your axe down and just crush it right in the middle.
Yep. Breaks that sternum bone in half.
Yep, and just a sickening crunch sound, or maybe a satisfying one. That one goes down. You guys went ham on these things.
Yeah.
Effectively, and now Way is quiet, and you hear the shout saying, like, everything all right over there?
Did these, out of curiosity, did these skeletons look like Auril minions?
No.
Or did they look? No, they didn't. They didn't have the blue or whatever the signs that we've seen.
Yeah,
blue eyes and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just look like giant magic was keeping them guarding the. tomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open the door.
Yeah.
Although you're not
No
sure
problems
if
here. Everything's fine.
yeah, you're not sure if that's what caused it, or maybe if the Frostmaidens some presence or here made that happen, but
Okay.
you're not quite sure of that. But it doesn't look like
Gotcha.
they directly were aligned with her, for example.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep, you can open the door, heedlessly not paying attention to any trap, but there is none.
We spent enough time looking at this door. Before we...
This
Oh, I'm sorry, that was the last door. Actually, this is a new door.
is a new door, yeah. This
To be
chamber.
fair, Fray does not look for traps.
True.
She just walks in.
This chamber contains a dead female frost giant encased in a solid block of ice, carved to resemble a sarcophagus. Resting on the giant's head is a crown embedded with large, softly glowing gems in each of its 6 prongs. The ceiling is carved in the scowling visage of a male frost giant with an icy beard.
What's carved in that visage?
A male frost giant with an icy beard.
No, I'm sorry. What's carved like that? Is it the coffin itself?
The ceiling.
The ceiling. Oh, okay.
The ceiling, like looking down at the ice block coffin thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I'm
Does
thinking
my detect
colors.
magic detect anything off of the ceiling or the coffin?
Your detect magic, which technically you had to roll, is it concentration? Actually, I'm not sure, because
yeah,
you did get hit.
concentration. It is. I'll roll it. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just wait another 10
Well, you
minutes.
could just
if
wait
I
on 10
fail,
minutes.
but-
Yeah, it kind of becomes pointless because you can always just cast it for
Yeah.
as soon as it's down. It does go off. That ceiling, specifically the statue of the male giant statue with the icy beard is flagging as definitely an aura of evocation magic.
That, my dear Fray, is a trap. Whatever that big male giant up in the ceiling is, it is almost certainly going to harm anyone who tries to open that ice sarcophagus here.
Do we see anybody in the sarcophagus?
A dead female frost giant who looks bedecked in like high-ranking gear, and she's resplendent.
This is the Vigvisala or whatever.
Yes, you believe this is the entombed queen, basically. And the one noticeable thing that you see is she has a crown with glowing gems upon her, but it's encased in ice on her body.
I can just melt this.
You just melt it. Does the metal giant statue or ceiling, does it look like the magic is like coming from its eyes, or like the whole thing?
It's just kind of the whole thing, I guess. Is
okay. I was thinking maybe as just a theory, maybe if we somehow obscured its vision of the bottom, maybe that would cause the trap not to go off. But I'm not sure if that would work or not. I don't have any spells to do that anyway. But
it does, Edmund, from what you were saying, it does look like just a normal block of ice otherwise.
Yeah, we'll try to melt it. From a distance.
From a distance.
Fray's gonna step back.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to step back also. On the side of the door. And, let's be prepared for any gas that might come out. Let's just start closing the door, too.
Okay.
But, Edmund's going to light a match and, just kind of throw a flaming spear at it.
Okay.
And he'll just rest it near the head, the crown. And, we don't need to close the door, right? I think we're safe.
So you summon your flaming... you could be ready with the door for sure. You summon the flaming sphere, and immediately that ice does start to melt and melt and melt. And a few heartbeats later, it happens pretty fast. It's a magical fire. You think the remains are going to start being exposed to air, and the second they are, the statues from its mouth, the ceiling, from its mouth, it just blows out this freezing blast of air that fills the entire chamber, and you can see there's like a war going on where it starts to like refreeze and kind of re-ice the tomb, while your sphere is like, in your flaming sphere, you can see it's like dimming. It's like still trying to hold on.
Is the crown free? Like, is the crown grabbable?
It's kind of a holding pattern right now. You may need some more firepower or something else to combat it, because as long as that fire is still doing it and the thing is exposed, this breath is just still like shooting down the cold air, filling the room. It's very even being near the door, it's very uncomfortable, and you feel like it would be literally painful if you went into the room.
Well, guys,
I'm looking through
would it be painful for Evan grabs into his bag? Would it be painful if I threw a giant goat in there?
It's not one of the top two, at least.
Giant goat solved my problems.
Have the giant goat push the coffin out of the room with its horns.
I want the giant goat to go in and grab the crown with its horns and start yanking at it.
Just hook it and come out.
It might be able to start doing that. However, as soon as it gets summoned and appears, it's going to have to make a con saving throw. Do you have access to the sheet, or is this one I have to give you?
Let me see. Have I used the giant goat before?
It is a rarity, though. It's not a tiger or a polar bear.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, giant goat. I do have the sheet. It is loading. What did you say to do it?
Goat sickle.
A con save.
On said, "Come on, giant goat, you can
Reason.
do it." No.
It's a goat sickle now.
Yeah. The giant goat is just immediately flash freeze. Just
Oh boy.
And it dissipates, yeah.
Well, guys, I'm concentrating on this flaming sphere. I can't throw more fire at it if someone can help.
Celeste could, but I don't know. Even if she does, though, how we're gonna get the crown out of there after she does it? Like someone's gonna have to go in there, or like find some means of getting it out. I suppose.
Summon so many goats.
I could thorn whip it.
There you go. Does it look like that might be a physical viability if we get the ice down low enough?
It would be a challenge to do that if you manage to increase the firepower to where you can melt it enough. That would be a hell of a roll to try and like pinpoint like grabbing that off of there.
Or you just
all the time in the world.
If we get enough of the ice off, you can just bring the whole giant corpse out of the room. It's fun too.
With a thorn whip, you're not grabbing that, but maybe with some other means you could.
And anyone else concerned with the fact that this thing is keeping the corpse frozen?
All right, fine. How about this? I can cast cantrips, right? Even though I have my flame sphere.
Yes.
How about if I just start undulating the ground underneath and just bring the corpse closer and closer?
God, we're about to have to fight a giant green corpse thing now.
I mean, technically it says you have to shove a creature. I don't think this actually counts as a creature. Because there's no save that this corpse can make.
Let me read the spell before I flavored it. Let me see. Telekinetic. Feet. Telekinetic. What does this say under the feet? Oh, yeah, it's one feature. Damn. You and your technicalities.
It was a creature at one time, right?
Well, don't one of us have like a cloak of cold or something like that? Couldn't the person wearing a cloak or something
get in there, Valrav? You just saw that goat just get obliterated.
Just run in. All right, hold on. If I time this right, Valravn, he has the cloak on that gives him resistance and heals him if it hits a certain point, which probably would with this level. He could, if he saw the crown, he could perhaps just jump in there, grab the crown, and just face step the instant he had his hand around the crown. I don't know, do I think that would help me with the save and the damage I would take from the blast of cold air?
No, but it would allow you to. I would argue that would allow you to grab the crown without having to make any kind of like strength checks or anything to get it out of the like half frozen ice it's basically in. And it would give you an egress to escape, but you think being in there for any amount of time, you would be subject to the effects.
All right, well, before I go in there, then, let me get my health up a little bit. There's the potential to die from ice is still there a little bit.
But you'd still need another way to help.
I have that.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
That. All right. That I should at least survive. Okay. Celeste is going to walk up and point her hands out and just encase the room in fire from her, cleansing fire from her hands.
Okay, you got to time it pretty good because.
But yeah. Valrav is behind. He's ready. He pulled the cloak up over his head as much as he can. And the plan is like the sun sphere is still going, melting it.
Yep.
The fire maybe like loosens up the crown enough from the ice, and Valrav will just run in, just like leap in there, grab the crown, and he's gonna teleport.
And I would argue teleporting means you don't take damage from the sphere either, because that sphere is still fucking in there next to it, melting that crown.
That is true. Yeah.
But I think you have to end your turn, so I think as long as you teleport out of there, you'd be okay.
Yeah.
But you would be subject to the effects of the room for a second.
Yep. Okay.
Look at you stepping up with the big huevos.
That's right. This crown looks fancy. There's gems in it.
Yes,
I mean,
it does look fancy. That's how I get y'all to go into a room full of freezing death breath. All right, so so Edmund's got the flaming sphere on there. Celeste takes her hands up and shoots out the fire, and then you just haul ass run.
Yep.
With your cloak up?
Almost like a leap. Like he's gonna, the frost fur cloak is all over him.
Yep.
He's almost like just leaping for it, like just on top of her body. Just
I like it.
Going for it.
Yeah. All right. You do your leap onto it and nail it right on there, and you feel just that horrifying, just whoosh, like it's awful, awful. But you do get a con save.
I do get a con save, which is probably not gonna go.
Oh, a
okay.
19. Look at that. Look at that. This is
very-
actually
very
really
ready.
good
He
for
was
you.
very,
Yeah.
like, bundled up.
Yeah. All right. Well, the good news is you take half of this. Holy shit.
Okay, A, I'm glad I took that potion, but B, that's actually not that bad at the end of all the halves, because the save means I take half, right?
Correct. And then you're
And then
resistant.
the resistance means I take half of
Take
that.
another
So
half.
that's 15 total
15.
at the end.
Mhm.
Yep. And so, yeah, you
Okay.
take 15, and then the cloak absorbs 15, right? Is that how it works?
And that also triggers the cloak, because the cloak was already at 6.
Ah.
So that is a new cloak heal. So I take 15. The cloak goes off. What is the cloak?
That was a pretty clutch con save.
Yeah, it was. That would have been real bad. I mean, I don't know if I would have died, but that would have been.
I mean, you
very
still have the
bad.
resistant of the cloak, but yeah, it would have been a lot more damage.
Yep. Okay, I get 9 back. So that it wasn't that.
You just end up taking a
painful.
little bit of
Yeah,
damage. Look at that.
a little
You
bit of damage.
manned up to it. All right, and you're able to. You put your hand on the crown. You feel it a little bit loose. You feel like it would be, a tricky thing to try to grab this and pull it out, and then the sphere is right there. The air is still blasting, but then you can use your Misty Step to then teleport out of there with crown in hand.
All right, that's the last of my natural Misty Steps.
I like it. I think I got to give inspiration to you as well for that one. This was a clever bit of tactics and heroics.
Is it heroics when you're just going after treasure?
I think that's the best kind of heroics. All right.
No, it's like, well, Robin, I didn't expect you to endanger yourself like that.
This, I neither did I, frankly. But this crown certainly looks like it has a lot of history and potential to it. Potential for storytelling.
True.
Crown of an ancient giant queen. Doesn't get much better than that.
You can add Vasavikin's crown to your inventory. It does require a identify or a short rest, which you guys have now gotten. Or no, I guess we already did short rest. You've got, because Fray's got the belt and Thimbleweed's got the shield. So yeah, this is just another unidentified item.
Is it the size to fit our heads?
Right.
How big is it?
Well, the rule for any time you attune to a magic item, it automatically resizes. That's something that 5e has baked into its mechanics, so that way anybody can use anything. But yeah, it's comically oversized right now. But when you attune to it, it'll fit your head.
Right.
Presumably.
Our tiny halfling is wearing a giant's belt right now, so it's
Yeah, it does
which
resize.
literally should be the size of her. The belt should be like
No,
as big
they
as tall as
do
she is.
resize. And then whenever you finally turn off the flaming sphere, Edmund, then the breath still goes on for like another minute as it reseals the body, and then it finally turns off.
Wow. So it just keeps her perpetually encased in ice forever. Huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Just like she wanted.
Inspiring story of the Frost Giant Queen. But now we have important matters to attend to, I suppose.
You're done looting. Got some real treasure to get.
Just about.
How did you know we were looting when you said you didn't know what was up there?
That's right.
Why else would you be up there? Getting a history lesson?
Well, partially. Look at this thing. This is history itself right here.
His eyes glitter with
It's
avarice
mine.
on that. Yeah, that's a good find.
Ray starts muttering in giant about how much she doesn't like this guy.
All
All
right.
right.
Shall we approach the door with the snowflake?
Yeah, it's snowflake time.
It's snowflake
Hello?
time.
Yeah.
This is it. Such fortitude. Yeah, and they come walking down with you, basically.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah. Do you just leave Valen like slumped somewhere, or what's the? So she's.
I think we were gonna
She
try
was
to
on
revive
Lord-
her at some point.
Wasn't she on Lord Marbury?
We left her. She didn't get teleported to the test, so she just kind of appeared
Yeah.
outside of that, and Marbury did not survive the test.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
just gonna make my polar bear pick her up by the nape of the neck.
Like
go.
a little cub.
Can we revive her with healing, or is that gonna be? Is she just out for the time being?
I mean, it's probably safer to leave her out
was-
because she's gonna want to kill them.
I was gonna say
That's
you
true,
technically
that's
could,
true,
but
there's some
it,
complications
it
there,
would
yeah.
create some complications.
Create a whole scene.
She would be so
Yeah.
pissed off.
I mean, and Frey's likely to help her kill them. So
I mean, yeah. If push comes to shove, we're not. Yeah. We're definitely helping her kill him.
I mean, even as we're coming to this door, Frey will just kind of even mention about, "Are we sure we want to do this?" And piece off the goddess.
As far as I can tell, the goddess is already as pissed off as she can get. But I don't trust these two for anything. Keep your axe handy in case they decide that we're no longer useful to them, I suppose. They'll betray us at some point, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, a little twinkle in Frey's eye is happy. Balraven's given her permission to murder them.
Finally. Two defaced giant statues stand on either side of the icy door to the south. The door features no visible handles or method of entry, save for 4 snowflake-like indentions above the door. Or sorry, snowflake-like indentions on the door. Above the door, carved in ice, is a sentence written in common that reads, "The vault of the Frostmaiden is barred from all but those who pass the tests."
All right, well, to be safe, then, I don't know if the magic is smart enough to know this, but let's all put the snowflakes that we earned in the slots versus one person going up there with all 4 of them or something. I don't know if that matters, but it feels like
Still probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
safe bet.
Yeah, and everybody's still hanging on to the original snowflake, so you can all go up there
Right.
and dramatically. You
That's
can do
right.
them. You want to do them one at a time, or how do you want to?
Very, very national treasure moment. We're
Mhm.
all just approaching the door and holding our hands up and putting our things in thing, and whatever happens. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. As you place them in there, they kind of fit perfectly, and each one is a uniquely shaped snowflake, so they only go in one certain slot. And when you put them in there, the door kind of briefly melts away in front of you.
Now, do we think that? Do we think that we can all go in now, or do we think that? What is my detect magic saying about the door now that we've unlocked it?
You don't detect any more magic on the door, and you're not detecting any magic currently. Actually, what is your detect magic range?
30.
30 feet.
Feeling the chick behind him.
Yeah, you are. You do feel some detect magic coming off of these tablets in this room, which I will describe to you. Arranged in this room are 4 large tablets of solid ice. Each sits upon an even larger stand carved from ice, and words have been chiseled onto each tablet. Another door lies in the back of the room.
Frey will go in and read them.
But you are detecting some kind of protective conjuration magic from each tablet, like the same magic.
Okay.
Start with this one. Can I read what it says?
And Gaunt and Lantimir are both like right with you guys. They're coming with you. Yes, you can. One of them reads, cruelty. Compassion makes you vulnerable. Let cruelty be the knife that keeps your enemies at bay. Another one
And then
reads...
it's like, I don't know what that's talking about.
I wasn't there for that. Don't play that on me.
Another one reads, endurance. Exist as long as you can, by whatever means you can. Only by enduring can you outlast your enemies.
He's not wrong.
Another one reads, isolation. In solitude, you can understand and harness your full potential. Depending on others makes you weak.
Boyd agrees.
And the fourth one,
Probably.
preservation. Every flake of snow is unique, and that which is unique must be preserved.
Robin and Celeste will just sort of side-eye each other at that one.
Yeah.
All right, before the rest of them come in, Robin will stop Gaunt and what's his...
Doesn't look like it's in here. Maybe in the other door.
Hold on, sir. No, give us a moment. We're not sure how the magic of this place works. It's unclear if you're able to enter yet. Let those of us who had passed these tests investigate first.
Basically, he's saying those of us who aren't cowards.
He grumbles. Roll a persuasion check.
I have advantage on that.
No.
That's where I'm a Viking.
Where do you... Oh, my dear God.
I haven't been able to roll persuasion check in a while.
I know. I remember once I was like, I should let him roll his persuasion. Let him have his joy. You see Gaunt just kind of nods for a second as though he thought of it first. He's like, yeah, we're not sure. We didn't, maybe only the ones who can pass the test can be inside. You could see Nass just grumbles, but she's still concentrating on the spell and has that orb.
Which I guess also means Celeste shouldn't come in quite yet. She technically didn't.
True.
But I don't know. Okay.
So which stone says which? So what does
Yeah,
this one say? Which just was tried?
That's preservation. Or no, I guess they would be tied to the directions they were in. So it was this one would be endurance. This one isolation. This one preservation, and then the leftmost one is cruelty.
Guess we can try just all standing next to one, see what happens.
Yeah, it's just we'll go up to the ones that we did. And, I don't know. Or Robin maybe put his hand on the stone a little bit. See what happens.
Yeah, you do feel an energy and power radiating from the stone, but it kind of makes you nervous when you touch it. Like it's like an electrical current or something that makes you just kind of thrums with power.
All right.
But nothing seems to happen, and the door to the south actually just looks like a normal door,
Okay.
albeit an icy one.
Celeste, I wouldn't recommend you coming here just yet, and Miss Gaunt and what's his name again? It's Baelish Gaunt. It's his name.
That's his name, yeah. And Ness Lantimere.
Ness, yeah. Miss Gaunt, Miss Lantimere. Once we are through that doorway, you're free to attempt to come in this room should you wish, but from what I can tell, there is some strong protection magic happening, and it may not be safe for you.
He grumbles again, but says, all right, get on with it, let's hurry. We're getting to a real dangerous time right here. And he glances back at Nass, who nods and says, yeah, I can feel her. She's out there.
Then let's just go to the door then.
A very freaking observant you are.
Yeah. On her island, surrounded by her minions.
That's right.
She's here somewhere.
Actually, your own lair.
All right, I'll open the door.
All right. This chamber has a domed ceiling engraved with a giant snowflake. In the middle of the room is a 5-foot-tall claw-shaped lectern with a white-covered book resting on it. An icy door lies in the back of this room.
I wanted the book.
Yes, and you can see Gaunt craning, and he's like, "It's it! I bet that's it! It's her. It's got to be the book, the codicil!"
Ah, shut up. Wait.
Let us handle our portion of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go take a look at the book. Maybe not pick it up quite yet, but just take a look at it anyway.
Yeah, the book is kind of a tall, thin volume that's made out of white pine and tarnished silver, and has some furry creature as like the outer covering, and it's clasped shut and is resting on this lectern, and your detect magic is going fucking bananas right now.
He has to shield his eyes.
Yes.
"Ah,
Yes, it's like almost to a frightening degree. It's some incredible divine power radiates off of this thing.
This is it. This is what they're after. Do we have any kind
Let's check
of...
the other room first.
Yeah, let's check the other one first. That's a good idea. Do we
Okay.
have any kind of, like, I don't know, security bag or black hole situation that we could exploit?
This might be the first campaign we've never gotten a bag of holding. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Because I definitely want to, when we take the book, I definitely want to take the book in a way that it can't be taken away from us very easily, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fray will just put it in her bag.
You need
you're probably the best one to hold on to it. Like if anyone's...
You just need the suitcase with the chain and the handcuff situation is what you need.
We'll just handcuff it to Fray and let them, if they want to try to take it, they can try to take it.
Yeah.
It's the football. Fray will run the football.
The football. Yeah, once again, you see another kind of nondescript door that, once again, an icy door, but otherwise there's nothing about the one in the south.
All right, let's go try the... Eat it.
Yeah, when you guys walk past and start examining the door, that's Gon starts like, "What are you doing? We don't have this kind of time. Got to get that book."
We also have to be safe, my friend.
Opening this door in the very back reveals a small, freezing, and yes, I realize the whole place is ice, but it is noticeably feels colder in this room, filled with a cold mist, and there are chunks of broken ice that cover the floor. And your detect magic senses almost a similar divine power emanating from this room.
The whole room, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like icicles have fallen, that kind of thing.
You look at the ceiling, and it appears to be just a straight covered ceiling. You're not sure why there's chunks of ice all over the floor.
Okay.
Fray will walk in.
Fray, when you walk in, the door slams shut.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
And
Whoops.
the words appear, light up along the wall, written in common. And they say, "The final test. Will you court death to receive my blessing?"
I court death on a daily basis. Bring this shit on.
Fray, the room plummets in temperature and things begin to flash freeze around you. And I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Shit.
as you feel your entire world just go frozen.
Do I still get that
Do-do-do-do-do.
advantage because I have the ring?
Attuned from that ring, or are you still attuned to it?
I was still attuned to the ring.
Yes,
Okay.
I will give you advantage. Are you?
I
Yeah,
got-
do
I
you
got
still
rid-
have?
Yeah, I got rid of the boots to have the belt.
Okay.
So it's the ring, it's the axe, and the belt.
Got the receipts on that. Let's see. Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. You don't
Good
want to
call. Good
deattune
call.
to the cold resistance ring
Yeah,
when you're going to the cold
that's
dungeon,
fair,
man.
that's
That's
fair.
a bad time.
Frey is not the smartest, but she's not that dumb.
Yeah.
All right, Frey, give me that con save.
Uh,
Oh!
Just
Wow!
takes
Wow! Nat 20! Holy shit! That was a big deal fucking roll right there.
oh,
You have no fucking idea how big of a roll that was. Put it
man.
on the board. Frey, you just grit your teeth and just stand there. I'll let you describe it, but it is like the coldest you have ever felt in your life. Unnaturally cold. Just fills this room.
The, like when
Like a
you're cold, you
torture
have that tendency to like curl in on yourself to protect your body heat, and that's initially what happened. And then as she makes the save, she just stands up and slams the head of her axe down and just stands there.
Badass. You, for just an eternity is what it feels like, you have to withstand this horrifying cold, and yet you steel yourself against it, and then finally it begins to subside. And when you the rest of you don't see this yet, but when you open your eyes, they are glowing blue.
Ooh.
They were already blue to begin with, so yeah, that works.
Fray, you
I'm going to
gain,
go again.
and you hear like a whisper in your mind that says like, "Go with my blessing." You gain immunity to cold damage.
Ah! Give somebody else that ring now.
In addition, yeah, that's true. In addition, you can cast the Cone of Cold spell with a DC 15 save once per long rest.
Got that Frostmaiden blessing on you.
Yeah.
Immunity to cold.
Dude, she was courting that Frostmaiden blessing.
I like
since
how
the
you just
beginning of
didn't
the
even
campaign.
fucking hesitate either. You're just like, yeah, I'm doing it.
I'll go in, sure. Frey has no qualms.
Fray is the definition of that. What's that? It's say fortune favors the bold. That is Fray's.
The boldest of bolds right
Mhm.
there. Yep, and then the door opens up, and the rest of you,
My ideal is I am happiest when I am risking everything.
you've never been
Perfect.
more happy right now.
Yep.
Now the
Mhm.
rest of you are a little upset because you see Fray, the door slams shut. The door opens. She turns around and she has the telltale glowing blue eyes of like the Aurilites and those who have been like created and are dominated by the Frostmaiden. And she comes off of what looks like stepping out of like the Mr. Freeze chamber or something, basically, with just this horrifying cold comes out of the door like as it opens.
She just kicks her axe up with one foot, goes on her shoulder, and says, "Let's get out of here."
Are you all right, dear? You look a little chillier than you did before.
It was a little cold in there, but I'm fine.
Does
happening there?
Can Valravn see with his detect magic anything that's going on with Fray? Like any of what just happened? Like any of the, I guess what I'm looking for is any of the divine magic that was on the book and in the room. Is that on her now?
I'll let you see that briefly. I'm not going to have that detect magic constantly flag her, but yes, you do see that a parts of the divine magic that was in the room now seem to like settle on Fray, and then eventually it gets kind of dimmer and dimmer as it kind of interlocks with her being, I guess. So
Okay,
she's
yeah.
not going to constantly step off your your detect magic in that way. But yes, you do kind of see some kind of transference that has happened.
Well, really, what Valravan's looking for is an excuse to say what he's about to say. Is that I do believe that whatever happened to you in there, Fray, you are imbued somewhat with the magic of this Frostmaiden, this place. And therefore, I believe you are the only person. He'll say this loud enough for them to hear outside.
Yeah.
You are the only person that I believe capable of handling this book without bringing the ire of the Frostmaiden upon us.
Probably right.
It's like, what?
Like she's not going to give you anything about what actually happened in there.
Yeah, that's
Are
fine.
you? She picked now to find religion, and it's the fucking Frostmaiden.
It apparently, my friend, was a requirement of gaining access to the book, was gaining access to favor from the Frostmaiden. And my friend here is capable of such feats.
She looks like she's a God's damned one of those Aurilites now.
Fray will literally walk up to the thing and grab the book.
Okay.
Barehanded.
Yep. You grab the book, and I can give you this description of it. It feels like a normal book to you, but you do sense like some great power coming from within it. Codicil of White is a tall, thin volume bound in white ermine fur over seasoned boards of white pine and sealed with a clasp and lock of tarnished silver. The book is cold to the touch, and the fur is worn around the edges from use. 27 pages within are vellum, painted with silver gilt on the outer edges. The whole is sewn to a leather binding with strips of sinews, making it quite durable. Creature with the codicil in its possession is resistant to cold damage. Fray obviously doesn't give a shit about that. Attuning to the codicil may confer additional properties.
Oh, interesting. Well, she doesn't need a ring anymore, so maybe it's for the best.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. She could start doing all that, because that's just part... Yeah, that blessing is just part of your character sheet now, basically. When you... As soon as you grab the book, you look up in time to see Lantimir finish a spell. After all of this book doing that you were done.
Didn't take him long, did it?
No.
And
We knew it was coming.
I need everybody. Give me 1 second. Try to get this right. To give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, shit.
Everybody, including Celeste, who's like kind of behind them.
Literally
right now?
everybody. Yep.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, my bear.
Wisdom.
Does my bear have to roll?
Technically, it is a creature. And Frey, I think you actually have disadvantage because you're still suffering from PTSD from a lingering injury.
Yeah. No, it's ability checks and. Oh yeah, from the wisdom. Yeah,
From the
yeah,
lingering
yeah.
injury,
No,
yeah.
you're right. Yep. I'm trying to see what this is. Mass suggestion.
Oh, well, that's actually helpful to Valravan.
I think you actually have advantage on this, Robin, because it is a charm effect.
Yeah. Okay, we can just try it again. Don't forget.
Polar bear is so wise.
Let me do
And then-
Thimbleweeds first.
Kind of use his inspiration.
Ugh.
Oh
Valravan
boy.
failed both those saves. He's going to use his inspiration
Yeah.
now, actually.
Yeah.
That's, why not? Let's try a third time.
Yes.
I don't know if 15 is good enough, but
Okay.
no. Oh, it's supposed to be 15. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's use Fray. It's roll for Fray. It's at disadvantage. Great. That's what I needed. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, I am going to use my inspiration.
Yep.
And you also have bardic inspiration still.
Oh, I do, don't I?
Oh wow.
But it's not gonna, I mean, it's not going to get you out of a 5.
No, but one of my special dice might.
Yeah.
All right, hang on before I use my inspiration. It's a D10?
Bardic Inspiration, yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
13, and then I'll use one of my special die, which is a D6. So I just need a 2 or better.
Yep, 2 or better.
Not a 1.
That's often how it happens. Like, as long as you don't roll a 1.
Yeah, you guys are fucked.
There we go.
Okay, that's
Wow.
really good.
That's a 19.
Okay. So what are the current breakdown of saves we've got here?
I've got a 19. Chris has a 15.
Edmund has a 21.
Jeez.
Polar Bear has an 18.
Yeah.
I think Thimbleweed is the only one that failed.
Yeah,
says.
it's a 12. I'm trying to read through his thing real fast to see if he has anything that would
If
help
he has
him with
anything
it.
to do,
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got so many things in here. Immunity to acid damage.
When Ness casts this spell, she calls out, "You will give me the codicil immediately, and then you'll leave this place in a quiet and orderly manner, inflicting no harm upon me and Valish." But most of you are able to shrug off these effects.
Frey looking at
Your
her.
magic is quaint, child.
Frey's just gonna be like, "You're going to have to try harder than that." Auril says hello.
She curses, and it looks like she's going to try to just cast the spell again. We can enter initiative if you would like. At the same time, you feel the a great disturbance in the force is what I want to say. You definitely feel the temperature is starting to drop around you, and you're not in that freezing room anymore.
Mr. Gaunt, you have control of your woman. She seems to be acting of her own accord here.
When you say that incredibly sexist remark, he winces and just looks at her, and you see just rage contort on her face.
I thought not.
And
We feel it getting cold, right?
you do feel it getting cold, yes.
So before we get into that, as Valravn insults the hell out of her, Frey's just going to announce out, "We're about to have a visitor."
How cold is it getting? Like,
How cold exactly?
Temperatures are dropping precariously.
In Celsius and Fahrenheit, please.
did I do something about this cold?
Let's go ahead and get into initiative, and then you can.
I don't want to use a turn to do something.
Thimbleweed.
And we decided only Thimbleweed is currently under the compulsion of the spell, correct?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
He
So
doesn't
he-
have the. Yeah.
His compulsion is to... Is it give me the codicil immediately, and then you will leave this place in a quiet and orderly manner, inflicting no harm upon me and Valish. And that is not a concentration spell, that's just something that he has to carry out.
Okay.
I think it ends if he is harmed by the people who cast it.
Ah.
But yeah, otherwise it looks like they're in a weird state where like you can tell.
So it says if you or any of your companions damage a creature affected by the spell ends for that creature.
Yep.
So they
So-
hurt any of us. Is that what I'm reading?
Let's see.
Or any of your companions. So if
Yeah.
her
So
or
if it's
okay.
either her or Valish.
If either her or Valish
Yeah,
injure Thimbleweed, then it would end that effect on Thimbleweed. Correct.
I see. And there's no
I
like
mean-
re-rolling this, is there? It's just it's in effect.
Yeah,
I think it's just in effect, and
a-
it's not concentration either. So yeah,
Yeah. This is my kind of spell here.
it is.
I took this spell. I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, and it's a weird. So I'm putting you guys in initiative just because this is a tense situation, but it looks like neither of them are actually wanting to fight. but they are wanting you to hand over the codicil, and you can feel like temperature like dropping, and Nass starting to look very concerned at this point.
Can I talk to him at all before this goes down?
Yeah, we can still talk.
Okay.
I want you to be aware if there's any like actions they're gonna have to be divvied out basically at this point, unless things get too crazy. But yeah, we can still talk.
As much as I understand your desires to have this book, sir and madam, the situation upon you is most dire. The Frostmaiden, to the actions of us and my friend here, have called her upon us. And, as you may notice from her appearance, my friend here is the only one with the ability to handle this book safely. Should you attempt to leave here with this book without us, the Frostmaiden's full wrath will fall upon you immediately.
I mean,
I'm
it's
afraid you're
about to
stuck
fall
with this,
upon
is
them
what
in
I'm
5
saying.
minutes anyway.
You are stuck with us in this endeavor, and we are stuck with you should you wish it.
Speak for yourself.
Roll a deception check, since you're not entirely sure about the things you said.
I'm gonna make it up.
Yeah.
Like, no one else can handle the book thing.
Yeah.
I've also got advantage on that.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
good at lying to people.
I don't get to lie to people very often. How exciting for me.
Nice.
Yeah. You can see that they both kind of look uneasy. And he's like... And he's kind of whispering... We can assume like Celeste with you guys. Whispering to her and...
Well, okay. Well, I guess if she can. We were still under the impression that she couldn't come.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that part. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
okay, we'll leave her back there. I assumed, we just forgot about her. You do overhear him saying, like, oh, maybe right about that. We weren't sure if the book had any special protections or anything. Yes. They need to take them with us.
If she fucks with my mind again, I will kill you both.
That does not require an intimidation check. They both look at you like,
Tension's pretty clear there. We do not intend to break our word to you, if that
For
means
yourself.
anything to your ilk. You wished to have the book to enter this city, and we are in possession of that book. Should you wish to use it, it must be through us.
Technically through me.
Edmund
but
says, I want to
that's-
enter that city.
What did he say?
Edmund says, I want to enter that city too.
yeah, yeah, you do.
Yes. A lot of us want to enter the city.
You can see that temperature dropping again, and now you see icy forms starting to form behind this wall. And Khan says, asking, maybe a change of plans. Can you do that? Can you get all of us? She goes, I think so, but it's gonna be dangerous. You gotta cover me for a second. Gotta prepare the spell, get everybody involved. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. And he nods and says, all right, fuck it. Looks like we're all in this together, but you're gonna need to buy us some time. And he kind of hurries you all over here as you see the snow whirling through the air, kind of similar to the effects where all of you teleported away. And you see creatures being created. You see, kind of difficult.
Here.
Yeah, difficult for you to see. You don't see anything like that, but you do recognize the snow golems that she employs. Kind of appear on the outer edge here. And he says, all right, just buy us a little bit of time, and we can get you out of here. Does that sound good?
If any of us are left behind, my friend, you must understand our deal is off and the book with it, yes? Including our unconscious friend here.
Does a fucking polar bear count too? Because I think she's got a limit on how many she can do.
I mean, Edmund's not listening, so no, the polar bear doesn't count.
Polar bear's the lowest priority on that.
Yeah.
He can bring the polar bear back. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so
But
now you're...
Lynn's a non-starter.
Yeah, your enemies have changed slightly, but can you protect...
Are we still where we're at right now, or were you going to move us?
I have not moved. You guys have been having this conversation across the thing, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I thought you just said that he ushered us up there.
Well, he's kind of...
He's like,
you guys are still in
okay.
combat, so you guys are still in combat is what I'm doing, but you guys had this free speech opportunity.
Gotcha.
But yeah, currently you're in here, you've been having this conversation because he still was convinced he can't come in, and you all were still having this conversation, kind of just having lifted this lectern off. And now you're in a situation where the enemies are coming at the people you need to protect.
Yeah.
And you feel like you just need to protect her. You're not sure for how long, but just buy her some seconds. And Fray, you are first. And he's gesturing out into the hallways like, they're coming! She must sense the book!
Right before she even moves, will tuck the book inside of her robes and not in her bag. So she like tucks it like into her back.
Okay.
Inside of her robes, so that way she knows that Gaunt can't just get his hands in there.
Okay.
And I can only go 20 feet, so...
You are still exhausted. You
What's
can
the
technically
jump rule, though?
dash.
No, because that takes my fucking action.
Does. Jump, I mean, you still like, have your distance of your movement.
Well, yeah, but if I run for 20 feet and then jump, I'm not going any further. I'm jumping.
The jump distance counts
As
your
your
movement.
yeah, it counts as
Ah.
your movement.
That's dumb.
I think our very first campaign I was trying to do.
Otherwise,
that.
everybody's
Like-
jumping at the end of their fucking movement. Like, it just falls apart.
20.
He looks very upset when you're slowly making your way out of there.
You're just. I'm coming.
coming.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Very slowly.
So I can see 2 as it stands now. There's one here and one there. We'll go with this one right here, and I will shoot my wand of magic mints.
Okay.
For 6 charges. So we figured out that was 8d6 plus 6. Or what was it?
That's right. That is correct.
8d6 plus 6.
Yep. To use all but one.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna
that,
do.
so that the one's safe.
Safe.
So I'm shooting it at this one over here.
Wait, those things are abysmal at rolling initiative too. Jeez.
34 points of damage.
Oh boy. All right. You said this one, the left.
Yeah.
That lights it up pretty bad. It looks very badly wounded. Oh yeah, it should be 8d4. Those should be d4s.
Oh,
D4?
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
James is
plus
right.
4.
Yeah,
or
8d4.
It's
8d
also, but it should also be 8d4 plus 8 because it's a plus 1 for each dice.
Okay, so let me just re-roll it then. Hang on.
8d4 plus 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
8d4 plus 8. See, this is why I asked. Thank you, James.
I know. Imagine all the rolls we'd get wrong if not for live streaming.
Yeah.
30.
Almost the exact same damage.
Almost the exact same. Which means you rolled really well on those d4s. There's a bunch of 4s
Yeah,
in there.
you did.
Yep.
All right. So still pretty damaged.
It's not massive damage.
Only on crits do we do massive
Actually, the way
damage.
magic missiles works too, it wouldn't be because each missile is considered its individual.
That's true, it's its own thing,
point
yeah.
of instance of damage. It's a weird spell that way.
Yeah. All right, you've got a Celeste.
Celeste, who was she was this entire encounter just behind the two of them, just ready to
that's true.
attack if things went south. Now though, she will run up to punch some snowmen.
Or snow people. Or snow golems, I guess what they are.
11 to hit a snow person.
11 does hit a snow person. They got
Wow,
no
okay.
fucking armor on. They are literally just snow people.
For
Oh,
12 bludgeoning. That was
wow.
pretty good. Almost.
I haven't seen these folks in a while either.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
For 13. No, she's getting high. That's
Non-magical.
max damage.
Boy,
That is
you
pretty
are
nice.
really dealing. Yeah, that actually will kill that one because that one took
All right.
all that magic missiles. Oh, that's true.
and-
Magic missile, the con killer. Yeah.
Exactly.
But shield negates magic missile. So
That's true. Just negates it entirely.
Yep.
And then she will sort of like flip over to this dude and try to kick him in the face. She flips over.
Lemon does hit.
Not very well, but it still hits.
Yeah, they got no AC.
And she will use radiant on this one because I don't think bludgeoning matters. She'll use her radiant strikes.
What matters is it being magic damage, and I think all of her strikes are magic.
All her strikes are magic. Yeah. And having hit this one, she is going to retreat back to safety.
Okay. Gaunt will show off a bit on his abilities.
Earlier on, when she was casting a spell on us, that was just her, right? It wasn't like he
Correct.
wasn't like. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
kind of the gist I was getting.
Yeah.
Who's running the show here?
Yeah, she's actually been doing a lot of work. He's just been the one talking mostly.
Yeah.
He will start flinging what look like just concentrated blasts of energy from his hands at the nearest golem. Oh, I just said he's gonna show off. He's still looking at Nas, looking worried, looking back at you all, misses terribly. That one hits. And that one takes a good chunk of damage.
Nice.
And he does it again. And that one explodes in a devastating snowball.
Damn.
Yeah, you want to fight these guys?
If it was just the two of them, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's some damage there.
Yeah, and he gets kind of protectively next to Nas, but still ushering you all to get your shit into gear. Tumbleweed, played by Heather.
Me. All right. What is his movement? He has 35 speed. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. All right. I can't tell. Do these have red X's on them or no?
Yeah, sorry. I'll go ahead and get rid of them. The two that were closest have been destroyed.
Okay. I can't really see anymore, I don't think, so. He will, prepare an attack if, any of them come within his range that he can see. Because I can't see anything, and well, I guess he could.
I mean, he's got insane range, but I don't know what he can see. Yeah, it might be the dark vision maybe actually hurting you on that one. It's because it's such a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like right on the edge. You're right.
Yeah, can't see anything past like
All
this
right.
point right
You are
here.
confident they are going to come probably closer.
That's fine. So he'll prepare his short bow to attack as soon as they come into line of sight.
Okay. Suddenly, Edmund and Balravin, a chunk of ice breaks out of the room that you're in. And it just kind of it rips itself out of the wall. Suddenly it's got like icy claws and forms legs as just this creature made of ice emerges from the wall, just hulking as some kind of security system that has been triggered.
We've taken the load-bearing item.
That's right. That's right. Classic.
The temple's coming down.
Yeah. And it will attempt to strike at you with its icy claws. It'll go Edmund first.
Well, I guess technically, Thimblecreen would shoot this guy because he's in range and you can see him.
Technically, I was thinking you were like clearly facing this direction and kind of on Overwatch mode in that way, but
Okay.
if you had
that's fine,
flavored
yeah.
it like any enemy, then I mean you could turn around and shoot it if you wanted to, but
Nah, I was only specifically thinking of what was up here.
that's what I was
so.
kind of thinking. Yeah, you'd be facing that direction. 22 Edmund
22 does hit.
for 20 slashing damage.
Ooh. There goes all my temp hit points.
Yeah.
You still had temp hit points? Jesus.
Yeah, you only recently just got rid of mine.
Wow.
We short rested right before those tests, so like. anybody who didn't
Okay.
take-
Oh,
if
that's
that-
right.
if
And you
that-
guys
that
weren't.
PvP battle wasn't real, man.
That's true.
Nobody actually took damage there except.
Well, and I forgot you guys couldn't heal from that short rest either. So the weird thing is usually when
Yeah.
you have 10 hit points, you've got more health. So.
Oh yeah, you're full. Yeah.
All right, this one is for Valravn. It actually attacks both of you in one turn.
Yeah. 26. You're gonna hit.
13 slashing.
Slashing. All right. Damn.
Yep. And then the golems do start moving forward, so that will trigger Thimbleweed's attack. Okay. Move slightly forward, but that's enough to trigger Thimbleweed's attack.
Yeah, I can see number 1. We'll do that one.
Okay. That will hit.
7. I know he has a way of like re-rolling things, but
Yeah, he's got the swarm. Can do
yeah,
extra
I
damage.
haven't fully read up on that. But I could do a favored foe on that because I did hit it with an attack roll.
Okay.
So yeah, the snowmen are now favored foes.
I think that's part and parcel when the player isn't controlling the character, is we're not going to play them optimally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna use basic attacks mostly.
Yeah, you do get a second
Yeah.
attack at least too.
I thought just because okay.
Because
That's
if you
fine.
hold the attack action, I mean, you still have the extra attack.
It's still the attack
yeah.
action.
Okay. Well, he'll shoot again. Oh, 13.
Yep, and it's
There's that, and then the favored foes and increased damage by 1d4. Yeah, 1. So 7 more.
Okay.
I gotta read up on his swarm thing.
yeah, takes a good chunk of damage off, and then that golem starts throwing snowballs. I'm gonna use token fate because there's 4 people in ring. I guess the polar bear's up here too. We'll include the polar bear. I'm not gonna include you, and you. He's got 3 attacks. So I'm just gonna roll token fate 3 times. Fantastic.
Wow.
Thimbleweed takes
Okay.
all 3 of them. All right,
Great.
3 snowballs coming at Thimbleweed. I think a 14 hits.
Does not hit a
He's got great
Thimbleweed.
AC now, doesn't he? Because he's got that shield.
Yeah. The 21 will hit, though.
21 hits.
Tie, yeah.
10 cold damage.
Okay. Oh, he still has 10 hit points.
And a 22.
Yep.
For 11 cold damage.
Okay.
Maybe he'll get the ring next. I think that ring's actually passed quite a few hands.
Okay.
All right, on Nasa's turn, she has to spend her turn concentrating on the spell, but she basically says, just give me a few more seconds and we'll get out of here, but you have to be near me. Not horrifyingly close, but closer than you are. Then I'll get us out of here, all right? Hopefully before she shows up.
Can
Then
I
go
feel
to
if she's getting closer?
Valravn. You do feel a pretty stirring sensation, Fray. That you always feel a kind of a connection now, and it does feel like it's getting stronger. And it feels different than what the others are feeling. They feel I don't want to presume what they feel, but it is definitely a fear-inducing situation. For you, maybe one of awe.
Okay. Cool. Frey just slightly giggles then. She's coming.
Okay. All right, Varavan is which Edmund's not around, but closer to her. All right. Robin will actually probably use. Well, does he have any spell slots? How many spell slots do I have left? I still got one level 1. All right, he'll use.
How many do you have out of everything? Because I feel like I've put you guys through quite the adventuring day here.
Yeah, but I've got a lot. I've got a lot of spell slots at this level.
Oh, big man, big man with the spell slots.
I've got 1 level 1, 1 level 2, 2 level 3s, and 1 level 6.
Jeez, man, that is impressive because this has been a lot of things to have to gauge your resources on.
But I've used a lot of almost all of my like racial and items, natural stuff. Been used. But he's gonna use his level 2 spell slot. Yeah, to magically Misty Step. A lot of mileage in Misty Step this session.
My goodness, 3rd Misty Step. Yeah, so you have a racial one.
I have a racial one. I have a feet
one, and then you have the spell.
And then I can just cast it using a spell slot.
He's a slippery motherfucker. He is.
He will teleport up to her.
Okay.
And then as his action, he is actually, because I don't know how well Edmund's doing, and this thing's gonna like lay into him.
It is Edmund's turn next, but yeah.
Well, I guess that's true. Edmund could just come up here. Okay. Instead, he's gonna just do what he's been doing all night. He's gonna use the Gem of Brightness again.
Oh yeah, Rithagris, you're right. We forgot about that. Thimbleweed is technically still under compulsion.
Oh shoot! That's what I was gonna do with my action earlier on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We messed that up. We just completely forgot about that. But he is actually still under the charming effect of.
Well, I will rectify that right now because that's what I was going to do with my action earlier. So I will do that with my action now.
But it does say that he, as part of the charm spell, they don't put themselves in danger. I mean, he still has control of his actions, so he would probably still defend himself if he saw hostile people. So I don't think that would necessarily.
I still don't want him, even in the. Well, I guess
he's compelled. He may try to steal the book and give it to you. You're not sure how far he would go there. I don't know. That's a tricky grade situation there. Otherwise, he's compelled to leave this place and not harm Baelish or Nass. However, I don't think he's like mind control to where he would just leave if like people were attacking him, and clearly these golems are going to attack him. So that's why I'm flavoring it like he would still want to defend himself. Now he might. You'd think if he wasn't being immediately under danger, he may just like start moving, in a quietly, orderly fashion to leave this place. So, but I'm interested to see what you want to.
Maybe it won't matter anymore because the conditions of the suggestion will have been met. Because he won't have to leave anywhere to leave. He'll be out of the temple.
Right.
And I don't know if he knows.
No, it doesn't ruin anything. You're good. Thank you for pointing that out. But no, I want to hear what you were going to do, because that.
Well, what I was going to actually, as I look at it, it's not terribly helpful because if he's not going to do anything right now, it's not helpful. I was going to use the spell Calm Emotions.
We talked about in the crafting stream. I'm glad you thought of that. Yeah, everybody was like, if Robin makes a save, he can do Calm Emotions, and everybody gets out of it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, but then you guys all ended up making the save anyway.
We've all did it. Yeah, I literally thought when it first happened, I literally was like, this is what I'm going to do first thing.
Yeah.
And I just totally forgot because we all made it, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to do that. I guess what I could do, just to complicate things for you, is cast Suggestion on Thimbleweed and do a counter suggestion.
Steal the orb. Steal the orb.
Multiple programming. His brain's gonna explode.
What did I play yet?
That's funny. There's got to be a ruling about that, but I assume as long as they complete all the things,
It's like a robot with like counter primary directives programmed.
His head just explodes.
Yep. So instead, I'll do what I was gonna do. I'll do the Gem of Brightness on the ice golem to the south that Edmund's about to run away from.
Okay. trying to see
So
if
I'll
it has
use
eyes, but it's
one-
not immune to fucking blinds. I guess it does.
I'll use a charge out of that. And DC 15 con save to avoid being blinded. Shit.
Because he's charmed, right?
Thimbleweed is, yes.
Alright, well, that was my whole turn. I got up here, though.
Yeah, you did. Teleported right next. Yeah, it kind of startles.
Edmund, my boy, it necessitates that you be near us here. You might want to get up here, so close to us.
Yeah, NASA's currently casting what appears to be a very powerful spell to try and get you all out of here.
We have to be close to her.
And she did, yeah, she did specify that. If you want to be teleported out of here.
Get to stay.
Yeah,
Seems
Tempting.
like a good time to split the party.
that's right. The ultimate
So
split
let's stay
party.
in the temple. Just to see how things turn out.
I mean, I'm about to meet my new Lord and Savior. So,
Yeah, worshipped Auril, you'd be home by now.
yeah.
I'm going to use an action to disengage.
Okay.
Let's see what's happening. Ah, no. Oh shoot! I don't know what's going on. I'm on my Mac, and so everything's all wonky.
Just in case the wrong way, run into that room again. South room.
And
Door slam shut. What are you doing, man?
I want the power.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can I free action to close this door?
Yes, you did see this creature emerge from ice. You're not sure if that would stop it, but if it makes you feel better, yes, you can.
For deterrent. 20,
It
25.
does bug me in like horror movies when people are being chased and they don't just do the simple closing the door thing behind them. It's like, just even if it buys you a couple
simple
seconds,
things.
man.
Yeah, exactly. It'll buy you like 5 seconds as it has
Yeah.
to bust through the door. Yeah.
And that's the first action. I hope that's close. As a bonus action, I'm going to make my bear do that comedic thing where it jumps up, like holding on to her. What's her name again? Nass? You know how like you have this big bear jump onto a person and like hold on with like its arms and legs.
Yeah, remember a bear cartoon? Like,
That's not how real bears work. That's
move?
But yeah, that bear gets uncomfortably close to her, and she's just like, "No, I don't need the bear on me. This is unbearable."
Yeah.
Not again.
Okay.
She bear the
Everybody's
weight.
Getting close. We got another snow golem approaches and has a target-rich environment. And all right, and it will start hurling its snowballs at whoever it can see, which is just everybody in this area that's in this first room at least. All right, first one's coming up. All Robin.
Right.
Oh, that is
no,
the
okay,
biggest fucking
no.
snowball. Oh,
That's not
the
happening.
barbs are coming out.
The barbs are coming
Barbs
out.
are coming out. He's. This might be the first time
My last,
in
my
history
last level 1
that
spell
silvery
slot.
barbs has been used to deflect a snowball.
That's right.
World's biggest snowball.
Yep.
All right, so disadvantage.
Yes, indeed. Disadvantage on the
He was
attack.
he was saving that last first level spell slot for this purpose.
Exactly. Just in case. All right, so I'll take the hit.
16 does hit? Okay.
That is going to hit.
For 10 colds.
All right, I will take 5 versus whatever was about to happen.
Yep. And then the second one is for Thimbleweed.
Yeah.
23 hits for 9 cold.
Okay.
And then the third one misses Valish. That golem is dead. We go to Fray.
Door shut.
Door is
That's
shut.
fine.
Yep.
5.
Means the
Keep
danger
that
is
in
gone.
mind, that ice cold.
That's right. He's gone. He's despawned clearly.
His AI is shut down. He doesn't no longer proceed.
What's the distance on this thing? Okay. Can't get any closer. Or in the way. Oh well. We'll shoot it at disadvantage. Why not? I'm gonna shoot it with a laser pistol.
From behind like 4 people.
Yeah. Remember, I'm very short, so I'm just going between everyone's legs.
Pull your
legs.
Oh,
She's
that's
trying to shoot a laser pistol with
that's
his legs.
reassuring.
A forest of human legs.
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna.
And polar bear. And insect is actually only half humans here.
13?
But if you're gonna have disadvantage to shoot, you might as well shoot something with no AC. Yeah, 13 does hit.
Yeah.
For 13 damage.
Wow. All right. That's pretty good
I'll
shooting.
shoot again.
That's pretty good shooting.
Yeah.
Oh.
A 4 does not. That one finally goes
Wow.
wide. Singes a little of somebody's leg hair and maybe the fur of the polar bear.
It's Ness's.
I just want it to be her. She hasn't shaved in a while. Well, she's in a different body. That body probably hasn't shaved at all. All right, Celeste.
All right. I don't know what the. Let's see what the actual distance is here. 25. Oh yeah, she's fine.
Pop in and out, yeah.
Yep, in and out. Run up, punch some snowmen, and get back to teleport distance. 17 for 11.
Yep. Number 1 goes down.
Okay. 18 for 9. Then a punch to the face for 12.
Boy, yeah. That monk
And
likes the low
she's-
AC, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And as she
then-
pops up there, she sees like more like snow golems like forming in the distance.
Great. I'm not gonna try to do her voice, but she would probably come back and say something very nervous about leaving.
Yeah.
Leaving right now.
Yep. Gaunt will certainly fling some bursts at the only one that's left, I think, or maybe not. 10, or actually 10. What am I doing? 10 does hit. Yeah, that one gets obliterated. And there's no more golems at the moment, and then the elemental is still in that closed door room, or maybe not. Maybe it's no longer exists. Do you want them to just hold an action?
Yeah, if there's no bad guys, then yeah, he'll hold his action again.
Okay. And then on its turn, the thing does come just burrowing directly through the ice. Kind of almost melding with it and then just appearing out of it, crunching it out, which that does trigger is,
Queen.
yeah, ready to attack.
Where is he? There he is.
The closed door did nothing.
Made you feel better, though.
We didn't see him for like a whole round.
Yep.
It felt nice.
23.
Yep.
10. And I figured out his thing here. But
Okay.
it's not worth re-rolling, so he got 2 5s.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So his piercer ability, so long as you're doing piercing damage, his piercer ability allows you to re-roll one of the damage dice and take the new number.
That's right. I've seen him use that before. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we'll shoot him again. 26. And same thing, yeah, not worth.
Okay. The chunks of ice are flying out, but everything looks beefy and huge, and like it's barely feeling any of this.
Can you move favored foe? Like, can I attach favored foe?
I think
this
so.
turn?
It might be a bonus action, but
Okay.
I believe you can.
If that's the case, then I'll do that.
Okay.
If once I finish reading it, if that's not the case, then we'll take it back. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. It'll use token fate this time to determine who it strikes, and one of each.
Okay.
Do Edmund first with an icy claw. Thing is out for blood. 21
Sure
slashing
is.
damage, Edmund.
Yikes.
And then for Fray,
Yep.
17 slashing.
It's
Whatever.
That one is dead. At the same time, you see like another like ice golem begin to like, or icy elemental pull itself out, and a bright blue snowflake materializes in the middle of the room out here. Spindly arms expand outward, forming humanoid limbs and body. An immaculate ice sculpture of a female figure with glowing blue eyes rises up tall as a frost giant. Icicles break off her body and swirl around her, forming into tiny ice creatures that flitter about.
Fray is literally going to start pushing past everybody.
To try and, yeah.
You gotta see this.
For the moment, time, and you could see Lantomir casts the spell, and like things are slowing down, and you feel like you're about to basically be teleported away, Fray, but things kind of slow down for you as you you're still in range of the teleport, but yet the Frostmaiden locks eyes with you, and in your mind you hear the voice, "You have accepted my blessing, my creed. You run with those who defile my temple, slay my followers, steal my treasures. There is," and nobody else is hearing this but Fray, "but there is use for one who is strong will and has my blessing." And you almost feel a compulsion, Fray, and just enraptured as she stares at you. It says, "You will get to this city, and you will get to," and you feel her trying to communicate something to you, but your mind is having a problem. Like visions flash through your mind in rapid succession of this flying city, and in time seems to skip, and then it seems to suddenly something happens to it. Time skips again. You see it plummeting to the ground. Time skips again, and it's just encased in ice. And you see this kind of in the distance as part of the city, something is kind of blinking out and shuts off. And then time seems to just rapidly advance, years and decades and centuries. And then all of a sudden, something happens. You feel it happen in Icewind Dale. And that little thing that was sputtering before that had gone out in the frozen city now seems to spark to life a little bit. But something is wrong with it. And you feel an intense wrongness and a great power building in this city. And then when it comes to, she's still, when you stop seeing these visions, she's still staring at you. Says, "Now you know what's at stake here. Be my vanguard. Take care of it. We will meet again." And you can see her forces still trying to like spawn in, and these snow golems begin throwing these snowballs and these icy creatures breaking off, and they come, and you can see this one claw like ready to just eviscerate Edmund, and then all of a sudden all of you just teleport and materialize out of view.
I was gonna say before all that happens, she would try to communicate back.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
I won't fail you.
Okay.
Fray really did find religion.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, she's found somebody who will let her kill things. Yeah, she's in.
I suppose, like in terms of like methodology and theology, like it's probably like the most in tune with what you're.
Yeah. She doesn't respond to that. She just kind of stares at you, and again, her face is just an ice sculpture, just regal and serious. And that is how we end this session, folks.
All right.
Without knowing where your destination is or anything else. Yeah.
There's a crazy wizard lady who's just teleporting us out of this place.
Yeah, you officially joined forces with the villains. I appreciate it.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah,
Some of us have.
We'll see how that goes. Some of you had. Some of you may be double agents now working for the Frostmaiden. And the rest of you saw the Frostmaiden begin to spawn in, and you just thought that you really don't know what happened. That she had just appeared, and then you all teleported away. None of you were aware of that conversation that happened with Fray. Fray, you were the MVPC.
Yay!
As appropriate.
Picking on that for
boy, I don't know if you can stick around for Frostside Chat, but I would love to tell you what would have happened.
All the terrible things that we avoided.
So please,
I'll stay. Yeah.
Please roll on that table. Grant
another
player inspiration. Okay, that's a rare one to get. You
Uh,
guys were
who
used.
Who doesn't have it?
I was gonna say some of you. I feel like I gave it out a lot this session, but you guys actually used them
I
a lot
know.
too.
I know Reese doesn't have it, so I'll give it to Reese.
Okay. Do you want to mark that in his character sheet for me?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Cool. All right, and just to give a programming note, we are off next week for Thanksgiving holiday. We usually don't do a session that week. I think the only one we did was when it had COVID year, which was 2020.
Right. No one was.
And I wasn't running the session then. You were doing. I think you were doing more of the Lost Plane that one.
Oh yeah.
So we will not be here next week. You will have to wait longer for 69. Sorry. This was 68.
Nice.
Also, all of you players will get to level up
Yes.
for next
So I
session.
assume we'll get to rest wherever we're going.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully that'll happen. You guys have been put through the
Okay.
ringer, so I think that would be
Wow.
something that can happen. But yeah, just be prepared to level up, and obviously I will have some reminders about that for sure.
Yeah. I don't even know what happens at 12.
Ability score improvement.
Oh yeah. It's ASI level. Okay.
ASI,
great.
yeah. All right, that will do it for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, and Raymond for playing, and thank you to our wonderful fans for watching and the patrons. Shout out to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Thomas, Stan, William, Brandon, Genocider, David, Eclectic, Roleplay Roll, Christopher, Brian, William, David, Corey, Koa1337, Kyle, Matthew, Big Nut, Greenlee, and John. And gold patrons RPG, Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Deadless and Lounge, Sam, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Nathan, Fasica, Tortoise, Scott, Stephanie, Refus, and Carolyn. Thank you all very much for your support. We are live streaming our D&D adventures every week, except next week. Oh, by nuts. Yep, there we go. He's eating the nuts, folks. He's got the nut. We didn't do a nut shout out yet. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do it for Frostside Chat.
Someone in chat did.
Someone in chat did. My desk from last week, but I'll show you guys all the nuts.
Yes, we'll be level 12 when we return in December. Everyone have a wonderful holiday break.
With Ritz crackers.
Go have dinners with your families.
Yes.
Enjoy that.
Heaven help me, because I'm cooking.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.